Hi, I'm Tricia Shari, and I'm very pleased to welcome back to Backyard Bakes' Colleen Dieter from Red Wheelbarrow Landscaping, and we're going to talk about Hypertufa. And Hypertufa planters are just wonderful for plants. So let's talk about the process of making Hypertufa. Now, what are the ingredients that we use?
So thanks for having me, Tricia. Basically, you start with equal parts perlite, peat moss, and Portland cement. And sometimes I'll use core fiber instead of the peat moss because it's more more sustainable. And you'll mix those together and make sure that you wear gloves and also a mask.
Heavy-duty gloves.
Yeah, because the cement is very caustic. And so you'll mix those together with water until it's about the consistency of cottage cheese. Okay. And then what you do is you get a mold. And you can use like plastic mixing bowls.
These are some examples of molds that you've used for some of yours.
And or you can use cardboard boxes like lined with plastic. And you'll want to spray your molds with cooking spray.
Yeah, there's just any of the non-stick spray and spray it really well.
Yeah, really heavy spray. And then you'll start packing the cement mixture into the outer mold, which would be like the bigger bowl that you're using. And at that point, if you're doing a flower pot, you can put a cork or a dowel or something in the bottom to form the whole drainage hole for your flower pot. Okay. And then you'll put your inner mold, which would be a smaller pot, in the inside of the bigger bowl, and you'd fill it with sand and kind of smush it down and then pack more of the cement mixture
and spray it really well too before you put it into
on the outside.
Okay, and so and then you wait how long for that to sit?
Then you let it sit. You'd cover it with plastic to help slow down the curing process, and you let it sit for about 24 hours. And then you can remove the inner mold.
So you take this part out.
And then you let it sit for another 36 hours, and then you can take the outer mold off. And then I'll put it back in under the plastic and let it sit for a few more weeks before I do any planting or anything, because it takes a few weeks to cure.
And this slow process of curing is what makes the Hypertufa really strong. So that's important to delay gratification a little bit. And I usually rinse mine a little bit before I plant in them too.
Oh, that's a good
water
idea.
them out. It's just because the Portland is very alkaline, and most plants don't like that. So after these are finished, then you can plant all kinds of things in them. I think sedums and succulents are particularly great in them. And you can see the variety of shapes and sizes that we've got here, and you can decorate with them. And the nice thing is they're so lightweight. They're easy to move around, and they actually patina. Some of mine have been out in the garden for years, and they really develop wonderful patinas. This is actually a little garden ghoul face that I made out of the Hypertufa too, that is really fun, just sticking up out of the dirt. So I've seen people make mushrooms with them, and just all kinds of fun things.
Stones and even tabletops I've seen too.
And you can also stain these by adding either a liquid or a powdered pigment concrete stain to your mix when you're starting out. So have all kinds of colors with them as well. It's a really fun project, and it's a great way to, you can decorate them with all kinds of things too. So it's a great way to get everybody involved with making decorations and more pots for your garden. Thanks for joining us again on Backyard Basics,
Thanks,
Colleen.
Tricia.
I'm Tricia Shari.
Awesome.